This is a basic Portuguese lesson, and today we're going to talk about accent marks. These accent marks are usually on the vowels, and they indicate a different pronunciation or stress in a syllable. So we have acento agudo, tio, acento grave, acento circunflexo, trema, and cedilha. So how does the pronunciation of a word change depending on the accent marks? So let's first check all the vowels, a, e, I, o, u, and see how they are pronounced within some words. So the first one is amor, amor. Next one, anjo, anjo. If you notice, when we have an N after a vowel, the vowel will sound a little bit more nasal. So we have amor and anjo. The letter A changed a little bit its sound because of the N after the vowel. It could be either N or M. You will see the next example. Samba, samba. You will see that the first A, sang, is a bit more nasal, so it's samba, samba. And then we have águia, águia. You will notice that the letter A, the first letter A, is a bit more stressed and open because we have a acento agudo. On the other hand, when we have a acento circunflexo, which is this symbol on the letter A, in this case, you will have a more closed sound for the vowel. So we had previously águia, and now we have ângulo. The letter A in ângulo is more stressed and more closed. And finally, we have avião, avião. The letter A, the second letter A, has the symbol tio. We call it tio. And what the tio makes is that it makes the vowel sound very nasal. So it's avião, ão. So let's compare. We have amor, anjo, samba, águia, ângulo, avião. So these are the ways you can find the vowel A in a word. Let's now check the letter E. You can say elefante, so the letter E can sound as E. Then we have homem, and again, notice that since the vowel is followed by the letter M, it will sound a bit more nasal. Homem. Terra. Here we have a very open sound for the vowel E. Terra. Boné, boné. So here we have a acento agudo in the letter E. In some languages, this accent mark actually makes the sound closed and not open. But in Portuguese, we will always have an open sound when we see a acento agudo. And on the other hand, when we have a acento circunflexo, we will have a closed sound. Você. Boné, você. Boné, você. Now let's see the next vowel. The vowel E, which is the vowel I, is a bit less complicated because we don't have many accent marks that go with the letter I. We only have the acento agudo. Idioma, idioma. Brinquedo, brinquedo. And finally, an example with an accent mark. Índio, índio. Now let's work with the vowel O, oito, oito. An interesting phenomenon is that Brazilian Portuguese speakers usually will pronounce the last letter O as U. So we're gonna say oito. This is very informal and people in the streets will talk like that. But if you want to sound really correct, you can say oito, oito. All right, so extra tip for you. Next word, onda, onda. So again, since we have the letter N after a vowel, the vowel will sound a bit more nasal. Onda, oito, o, on, o, on. Can you notice the difference? Next example, avó. So here again, we have a acento agudo and the sound will be open. Avó, avó, avó. And then we have avô, avô. Since we have a acento circunflexo, it means that the sound is closed. Avô, avó, avô. And we can also have the letter O with tio. So we have here aviões, aviões, aviões. So we could have O, on, o, on. And finally, we have the letter U. Uva, uva, número. The sound does not change, similarly to the letter I, as I said, but the acento agudo will indicate we have to put more stress in the syllable in which the acento agudo appears. Pinguim. So this is an interesting symbol. Actually, it's not used anymore, but you still can find it in many books and many other places in which people are still putting the symbol trema on the letter U. And this symbol only appears with the letter U. Well, not anymore. So what you should see is something like this, pinguim. The pronunciation doesn't change, but indeed the way we write it is different nowadays because we do not use trema anymore. All right, so I hope it's clear. And just to test your knowledge, I have here some questions for you. The first one is related to our first video. If you didn't watch it, go back and watch the lesson in which I explained how to spell all letters in the Portuguese alphabet. How many letters are there in the Portuguese alphabet? Do you remember? B. What do the accent marks or symbols make with the vowel sounds? C. What are the consonants that after a vowel will make it sound more nasal? Give some examples of words, of course. And D. Write down 5 words you learned in this lesson. The alphabet in Portuguese contains 26 letters. In some languages, every single accent mark on the vowels are considered a different letter, but not in Portuguese. We consider that we only have 5 vowels, a, e, I, o, u, and all the variations are still considered one of these 5 vowels. So we do not count every single accent mark as extra or new vowels. B. The accent marks make the vowel sound stronger, more stressed in a word, or they modify the vowel sound. So you can say número, the letter U in the first syllable is stronger than all the other sounds in this word. And we can also have a modification of a sound. So we have avô, avó. Okay, so the consonants that modify a little bit the pronunciation of a vowel to a more nasal sound are the consonants M and N. So we can use as an example anjo, samba, elefante, índio, onda. All right, and the last one is just personal. You can select any words you want. But don't worry if you didn't memorize any new words because this is not a vocabulary lesson. This is just to show you how these sounds work in Portuguese. So don't stress about vocabulary, but I hope you remember 1 or 2 new words. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!